delays are identified as being speech and language impaired. The language impairment doesn't go away. For a lot of these children, the earlier that they're identified, of course, for every single year under the age of 5 that they're identified and receive intervention, it's exponential what the benefit that they can get. Once they pass the age of 6, the developmental rate becomes much slower. Intervention takes years. For every year of delay, it takes years of intervention and possibly not at all to close that gap. So the cost is, when a child turns 5, there are 2 testing specialists in the school system, school psychologists and speech-language pathologists. Both of us have to work under the auspice of using the standardized norm tests. And what happens is, standardized norm tests are wonderful. They're a great assessment tool, but they're based on developmental norms for children. So when you look at what a 5-year-old, a 5.5-year-old needs to do, the expectation for what they're going to do with speech and language and reading and writing is so minimal that it's very difficult for them to ever qualify. Basically, if they have a heartbeat, they smile, they're socially appropriate, they can hold a pencil, they're going to make those norms. So in kindergarten, it's very difficult for them to be identified as anything else. And so they do get released. Within the next 2 years, because they are not developmentally appropriate, they will fall. Brain research shows that the critical age for development is birth to age 8. So this is why we're supporting that category would be there for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm Janet Whitemore from Carson City, Nevada. I'm director of Literacy Volunteers for Children, and Carson City Literacy Volunteers, we teach adults. We're talking about dyslexia as it sounds like it's a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing to be dyslexic. I'm dyslexic. Dyslexics are more creative. They're intuitive. They think outside the box. They can see the big picture. They're great engineers. They're great architects. NASA looks for dyslexics to be their astronauts because they can be so much more creative and they can think of things that their mind works faster than other people's minds. The sooner we catch it, the sooner it can be helped. It's just like a muscle in your body being developed. People with dyslexia know they're different from a very young age. So a little kindergartner, they know they're not up to snuff with the rest of the group. And so their self-esteem starts going down. And they start becoming either the really quiet one who's invisible, or they start becoming the class clown who misbehaves, because they'd much rather be called dumb or be called bad than dumb, because